women's suffrage movement has had such a deep and profound impact on our country, our politics, and our policies, and on our democracy. Such an impact that I couldn't possibly hope to pay full tribute in the few minutes that I have with you here today. But at the core of the suffrage movement was a powerful belief in equal justice and equal rights.
The movement really started long ago, back in the late 1700s, when Abigail Adams wrote to her husband John, and I'm going to quote this because it's one of my favorite quotes. "Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could, if particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies. We are determined to foment a rebellion and will not hold ourselves bound by any laws in which we have no voice or representation." And the suffragettes really did that.
Back in the 1970s, I was one of the co-founders of a feminist theater called Circle of the Witch, a collective feminist theater. Big secret, I haven't told many people about this. And in the middle of the 1970s, we wrote a play, a women's history play, about what life was like for women at the turn of the century. It was called Time is Passing. And it had a scene in it between an anti-suffrage man and a suffrage woman. And so I'm going to read that scene for you. So it starts with the anti-suffrage man. "A lady in politics has to look like a woman, dress like a lady, eat like a bird, so she'll have the figure of a girl, think like the man, have the constitution of a horse, work like a dog, and have the hide of a rhinoceros. Thank heaven this new women is in the vast minority. I know for a fact that the majority of women in this country, including my wife, do not want to vote. They do not want suffrage." So the suffrage woman then responds, "If that's true, why is the Women's Suffrage Association in Minnesota so large? Why, we have chapters in Farmington, Winnebago, Excelsior, Mantorville, Monticello, Redwood Falls, Austin, Dodge Center, Red Wing." "That's just it," says the man. "The loose woman will be able to vote. The freeloader will be able to vote. The woman that isn't even white will vote. The foreign woman will vote. The radicals will vote for heaven knows what. Franchise is a burden." Then the suffrage woman responds, "Well, I think that any law that will allow a good-for-nothing, lazy, indolent, God-forsaken, brittle-browed, peanut-brained, hog-jowled, whiskey-soaked, ward-heeling politician to vote no to a good, noble, virtuous, and godly woman is unjust and unreasonable." At a special session of the legislature on August 26, 1919, the women of Minnesota were granted full citizenship.
I think we have been fortunate in many ways to gain freedom. For many, it will be a continuing struggle, and I think we know that well, to remain committed to justice and equality. I hope that we will not forget the moment of the women's effort, the struggle at a time when it was not pleasant or easy, and stay in touch with the current issues of justice in our society. I wish the League happy birthday. I wish us an understanding of what that means, and I hope that what we will have is a sense of freedom and justice for all people from this day forward.